Hey guys, I'm back. Welcome to back to Desserts Are Us. I'm your pastry chef Jermaine Anderson here. What I'm about to demonstrate is the use of a star tip. Star tips comes in many sizes. It's a large star tip here. It's one of the tools that are used in the baking industry. But for this particular Spritz cookie, I'm going to use this medium star tip. And it's going to include us using a pastry bag. This is a pastry bag. How many of you guys have actually used the pastry bag? Alright, I'm going to show you how it's done. I'm going to pipe a couple of cookies. But first of all, this is a new pastry bag, so I have to cut it so that the tip fits into the bag without the ingredient and the tip coming out of the bag as you're working on the process of putting this together. So, alright. So I'm going to show you how it's done. Alright, so again I'm going to cut the tip of this bag just a little bit. It's a new bag. Alright, open that pastry bag here. If I can get it open. I'm going to take that medium star tip that I talked about. I'm going to drop it into the bag just like that. And so what you have here is that half of the tip is hanging out of the bag, but the meat of the tool is inside of the bag, so we don't have a problem with making it, piping it without making a mess. Alright, so remember before my last break I said that this particular dough required refrigeration and or freezer. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you guys how to pipe it. I'm using a sheet tray. But before I get to it, let me just show you how to fill the pastry bag with the ingredients. You guys see? It's always best to fold the bag down probably by a quarter and use your good hand. And make sure you got a clear way, a pathway to put the ingredient in. And so I'm going to take that, put that in my pastry bag. Then I'm going to shake the pastry bag down, just like this. And I'm going to run my hand down. I'm going to make sure that the ingredient is all the way down, so I have a really good, makes a really good cookie presentation. So that's done. And what I like to do is to twist it, not putting a lot of pressure on the bag, but holding it just like you would a baby actually. Just think about it being your baby as you hold this in your hand. All right. Set this aside. I'm going to bring out my sheet tray. Now, I'm not using what I would suggest you guys use, which is parchment paper. Parchment paper allows you to bake and without using a floured or buttered pan. But right now I have a greased pan. Some recipes calls for a greased pan or ungreased pan. This recipe calls for a greased pan and or parchment paper. And I don't have parchment paper today, so I'm just going to show you how to pipe the rosette for the Spritz cookie. So you put it down, you squeeze, you go around, and you pull away. You guys see that? You put it down, you squeeze clockwise, you pull down. All right. Show you one more time. Go around clockwise, squeeze, and pull down. And that's our Spritz cookie, people. I'm going to pop that in the oven and bake these off. I'm curious how they're going to look because I did not put the. I'm going to cook these off, and the rest of the batter I'm going to put into the refrigerator, freezer, like the recipe suggested we should. I'll be back to let you guys see the finished product. We'll do a taste testing on these, and it's going to be a good day. All right, guys, be back.